You know, I'm starting to wonder if I should just stop doing these. Good evening, campers. I'm Commander Exorcist, and welcome aboard the Starship Nightwish. Welcome back to Talk O Tuesday. This is my weekly Elite Dangerous show where I pick a Galnet article, read it, talk about it, primarily from a lore perspective, but I will break the fourth wall if necessary. And I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired of eating my own words. That's what's going on tonight. So last week I did 2 videos because I mentioned that Frontier had kind of changed the cadence of their Galnet releases. Well, I think to spite me, they changed it again to contradict what I said in the video. So I had to do a second one. And I ate my words on that one. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about something today in today's article that kind of goes along the same lines. And we've been talking about Ramtah's secret Death Star weapon that he's been creating to fight the Thargoids, or specifically the Thargoid Titans. And I was very like knife-handed hard on weapon, singular, like a megaship-sized, kind of Death Star thing. Well, yeah. They kind of came out and contradicted that too. So I'm eating those words again. But we're going to talk a little bit about that. That's what this article is about today. We're going to talk about the weapon, or at least what's been revealed about what Ramtah and the fine folks at Aegis are working on. So let's go ahead and actually get to our article so we can kind of see what's going on here. And what I was talking about primarily is the fact that I was talking about a singular weapon versus Nanite, Guardian, torpedoes. So I did say that I hoped that we would get something for commanders to put on their ships and engage the Titans, and this looks like it's going to be the thing. I haven't read this, usually don't. I just kind of pasted it in, so we're going to go through this. Now, this is linked to an ongoing CG. In the last few weeks, the CGs have been extremely busy. Probably the busiest I think I've ever seen. And I mean, we're talking like reaching 90% of goal in no time. It's very hard to find a lot of the resources that you need to complete the requirements of these CGs. It's really refreshing to see so many people engaged in the story for this, gearing up to finally assault the Titans. So we're going to go through this article and see what we've got, and maybe I'll be vindicated because I have a feeling that Ramtah still has something up his sleeve. I think the Guardian torpedoes that they're talking about here, I don't think that's all of it, but we'll talk about that in a minute. We've got Guardian Nanite torpedoes enter production. Deliveries are urgently needed to begin manufacturing a new weapon capable of causing severe damage to Thargoid Titans. I wonder how they know that. Have they tested it? Maybe they tested it on Rhea 3. Huh? Professor Ishmael Palin has been leading on the project using theories developed by Ramtah. Aegis released an official statement on all news feeds. We can now reveal the results of Ramtah's experiments into Guardian relics. So this was the CG where we got the relics and the Grelics, and we turned them into Ramtah. These ancient objects were crystalline supercomputers that relay data across the Guardian information networks. That's really cool. It's cool to finally find out exactly what those are. His theory was that their transformation into unclassified relics at the Thargoid surface sites was caused by an inbuilt defense mechanism, which could perhaps be weaponized. Oh, that's so brilliant. That's a really good angle. That's a good angle. So we're turning them into green Jolly Ranchers just for fun, but turns out that those are supercomputers that have a built-in defense mechanism to prevent them from being either corrupted or destroyed or whatever. And so it looks like they've taken that defense system and, used it to develop some kind of cool torpedoes. So let's see what they got. Ramtah discovered that exposure to certain electromagnetic frequencies caused Guardian relics to open and activate clusters of microscopic nanites. These react aggressively against Thargoid biotechnology by disrupting it at the molecular level. Most significantly, tests prove that these nanites are unaffected by the anti-Guardian field within the maelstroms, which, that would make sense. This is probably the ace in the hole for the Guardians is nanite technology. And this is actually, I don't think we as human beings have reached this level of technology, but it's definitely something that's been theorized quite a bit, is developing nanotechnology that is designed to specifically attack the biological signature of your enemy. And so looking at the minute differences between, say, humans and frogs, or humans and aliens, or whatever, and being able to target a specific DNA sequence, that's a real thing that I think that we're really looking into. We're so far away from something like that being practical, but it is definitely, that's a very, very cool angle. I really like that. So Professor Palin, aided by Aegis technicians, has used Guardian hybrid engineering to construct a soft warhead that delivers a nanite payload. The torpedo is armored using organic compounds from the Thargoid spire sites. Okay. To prevent anti-Guardian fields affecting it in flight. Our strategists believe that these weapons could affect a Titan's heat regulation system, causing internal damage and then eventually even total destruction. There is a small exhaust port just below the main port. We'll be bullseyeing Womp Rats and T-16s, if you get my drift. So, this is the Death Star run, is what this is. Elite Dangerous is approaching its trench run moment. Let's bring it on. Mass production of the Guardian nanite torpedo and its launcher module has begun. But further supplies are needed to construct enough for simultaneous attacks against all 8 Thargoid motherships. Okay. Very, very smart. Very smart. Because they believe, based on this strategy, that the Thargoids may have a counter to this technology. It may not be something that's inherently built into their technology. Perhaps it's something that they need to activate. So if you take out, say, Tyrannus, and that Titan is destroyed, the other Titans may be able to activate a defensive mechanism that would prevent what we're doing now from being effective the next time. Kind of like the Borg. You attack one piece and then it adapts before you're able to attack the next. And so you want to hit all of them at the same time. And I'm going to say that if we're able to pull this off, imagine all the commanders with their ships armed and ready to go, flying into the maelstroms and unleashing holy hell with Guardian nanite torpedoes against all 8 Thargoid motherships. The glorious fires of battle raging out amongst the stars, and one glorious finale for the space-based part. It'd be interesting. Aegis has asked for shipments of neo-fabric insulation. Good luck finding that. Ion distributors, good luck finding that. And energy grid assemblies to be delivered to Clement Orbital in the YZ SETI system. The initiative is being managed by YZ SETI Blue Galactic and Company, which aims to protect deliveries by redeeming bounty vouchers on all wanted ships. Cool. So you got a little bit of a delivery, and you've got a little bit of a combat CG. I like these combined ones. So, this article is a couple of days old, which is, again, so they went back to the old distribution method. So we haven't got an article in a few days. We have this one. So this CG is pretty much done at this point. So this is old news, but this is where we're going. So as of today, that's assuming that everything goes all right. We are 6 days away from the next phase in this war, from these things, from torpedoes and possibly Ramtah's super weapon that he wheels out of his basement and blows up the Titans. I hope that there's more than this, but if there's not, this is still a cool piece of technology. I'm very excited that we're finally seeing a little bit of a revelation about what some of the Guardian relics are. So we know they're supercomputers, So the giant blue Jolly Ranchers, what was it Sally called them? Foster's Mints or something like that? That must be a UK thing. It's not a thing over here. But we now know what those are, and we can take advantage of that technology, and especially knowing that they can be corrupted, which really is not a corruption. It's a defensive mechanism. So they should still be functional. That's awesome. That's really awesome. That actually is similar to venom research. So researchers that are trying to get like venom out of animals, like snakes and spiders and stuff, a lot of times they'll use kind of a decoy to get whatever creature it is to like lash out and release its venom, and then they can capture it. You're kind of corrupting the test subject, but you're really not. You're looking more for the defensive reaction as part of developing like anti-venom and other things. So it's kind of along those lines. So now we've activated the defense mechanism inside the Guardian relics, and we can use that against the Goids. That's pretty interesting. So I actually like this. I think this is a cool. I think this is a cool angle. It really is cool to see a lot of this. I mean, I call it older technology. The relics have been around forever. I've collected a godly number of them. I still have a few on Eden's Gate. If anybody's looking for them, someone would like to buy them. There's still a bunch of them there that I forgot to turn in. So yeah, the Thargoid War. What's going to happen? I don't know. I really don't know. Don't have any kind of partner insight or anything like that. I wonder if this is going to be semi-successful, because I don't see this bringing like an immediate end to the Thargoid War. I did at first, and I was really excited about Update 18, and I still am. I'm still looking forward to it, but I'm kind of tempering my expectations as far as the conclusion of the narrative, because I don't think the narrative is over. I don't think the war is going to be over. I think that it's going to enter into a new phase. And I wouldn't be surprised if the torpedoes are enough to bring down the maelstroms. Maybe not the Titans. It would be cool if the Titans were damaged enough to where we brought down the maelstroms and they were more accessible to other players. Because even me, I have a hard time getting to the maelstrom or through the maelstroms to the Titans, to the point where it really, for me, it's not worth it. So, but there are other people that just eat that stuff up, and that's great. So it would be kind of cool if this at least advances us to the point where your semi-average player can get in there and participate in some of the close Titan activities. Will that happen? I don't know. It's just kind of my speculation. It'd be something nice to have with this, but Ramtah gets a lot of grief. He really does, and he deserves it. But if he can pull this off, I think this is a redemption arc for Ramtah. I think it'll be cool to finally see a lot of these people that we've known for so many years that have talked big game and done nothing to finally pull through and give us the technology that we need to defend ourselves. Thank God. Let's do it. Hey, everybody. Thank you for being with me tonight. These are the Disciples. If you would like to support my channel here, my alternate channel, and my work on social media, just everything that Commander Exorcist does, out of the hat and in the hat, patreon.com/Commander Exorcist. I do monthly vlogs. I do behind-the-scenes stuff, and you get early access to certain things that I'm working on, little tidbits of information, and some bonus stuff. Would love to have you as part of the team. And that is Talk O Tuesday for February, whatever day it is, like the 20th or something. So we are 6 days away from Update 18. I'm stoked. Cannot wait. Unfortunately, my schedule doesn't really allow me to do like an immediate recording and sharing of the content. So you'll have to go out and find others. If you don't get a chance to go into the game and play and you're curious about what's going on, there'll be plenty of other YouTubers out there that are doing that stuff. But unfortunately, I don't have the ability to go in right when it's released. It's usually about 8 or 10 hours after the updates are released that I even get a chance to go into the game. So I wish everyone the best of luck that are going in to fight the Titans. I'm going to try to get myself one of these torpedo launchers, so if I have an opportunity to fire a volley at one of the Titans and get a little bit of payback for the damage done to our home, I'm going to. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue taking pictures and video and documenting what I hope is the absolute beginning of the end, or at least the transition to something much more positive for humanity going forward. So again, thank you everybody for hanging out with me. I will see you next week for another Taco Tuesday. Out there is this weekend. See you then Saturday at 1200 CST. Take care, fly safe, and I will see you out there. Good night, everybody.